My name is Evan Visha. I'm a catcher here, and going into this season, I'm pretty excited. We have a game starting. Hopefully, if the snow doesn't happen on Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a game on Sunday against Lennox, and that'll be like the start to our season. And I'm pretty excited about that. I think the guys are getting ready to, we're getting close to midseason form. At least, I hope we are. It's hard for some of us to make it here because, we still got like basketball going on and all that stuff. Like Anthony and Nolan, they couldn't be here today for practice, but it happens. So, yeah, I'm getting pretty excited for the season to start, and I think we're going to have a pretty solid season. We got about 5 seniors this year, so it's pretty good that we have a lot of, 4-year players, I guess you could say. So, yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait.
My name is JT Honey. I play third base, sometimes first. And this year, looking like we're going to have an all right year as long as we come together and, show what we've been showing the last few years, just coming out with our team and not just ourselves, Defense-wise, it's looking like we're going to have a good year, but we don't know about hitting yet. Hopefully Sunday comes around and we can get our bats together. And throughout the season, I hope we can do the same thing.
Caden Thompson, I'm a senior. I mostly just play first base, along with a little bit of outfield sometimes when I'm needed. But I'm hoping we're going to have a pretty good season this year, and I'm excited for our first game to get started, see how it goes. So I was injured for a good portion of the last season, so I'm hoping this season will be a lot better and stay healthy and hopefully play pretty well.
My name is Braden Carvajal. I play second, and I pitch as well. I'm super excited for this season. We have a lot of good players and multiple seniors that are very good, and I think our hitting is going to be where, not necessarily where we struggle, but going to be our hardship. And then I think our defending this year is going to be very good.
Visiting with Randy Doran, Post 32 Belle Fourche Baseball coach. And Randy, it's a great time of year with baseball starting up again.
It is. It's starting to feel like spring a little bit every day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. You never know. It's always rolling the dice up here, especially this year it seems. But, yeah, baseball's right around the corner finally. We've kind of been working indoors a little bit earlier this winter, starting to get some swings in the cages, working a little arm care program, make sure that we can stay as healthy as we can throughout the season. But now, most of the snow is gone. So there's enough for us to get out on the field, throw a little bit further, get our arms loose. Maybe we might even throw a ball to first base today. We'll see. We'll see how the infield looks, when things are all done and dried up.
Randy, you start with a high school baseball schedule. Who are your seniors this year?
Yeah, this year, fortunate to have 5 seniors on our team. Very veteran group. We've got our catcher. It all starts there. Evan Visha, he's been here. He's been our starting catcher for 4 years now. So that's going to be a huge boost for us. He's going to continue to play baseball up at Dakota State College up in Bottineau, and excited to have him behind the plate again. It really kind of helps with a later start to the year, being able to get outdoors a little bit later than we'd like, to have a veteran catcher back there that knows the pitching staff, knows the ins and outs, how to run the defense from his position there. We got JT Hani, another guy that's kind of been a mainstay for us. He can play either first or third. He's going to be called upon a little bit to do both this year. Really has improved tremendously the last couple of years, and hoping for a good start to his senior year this year for us. Braden Carvajal, he came out last year. You want to talk about a kid that's done nothing but improve since he started playing. He came out for the first time in 3 years last year to play baseball as a junior in high school. And, he started off playing JV, started off pitching JV. All of a sudden, halfway through the year, all he was doing was hitting on the JV. And I put him on the varsity for the second half. All he did was hit there over the summer. He continued to improve his pitching. So excited to see what he did. He continued to work well this offseason too. Very involved, very active, trying to get better with baseball. I'm excited to see what he does this year too for us. Then Caden Thompson, he's a guy that he's a hitter first, and in high school baseball you can use a hitter first. Excited to see what he's done. He's in the cage all the time. He loves baseball, can't get enough of it. Excited to see what he can do. Last year his season got cut short. He had a little bit of an injury halfway through. Then he kind of got back in the swing of things towards the end of the Legion season, did some great things for us heading into the junior state tournament. So excited to see his role evolve a little bit more this year as well. And then our last senior is going to be Anthony Budmeyer. Anthony unfortunately missed all of last season due to some injuries, but This year, he wants to come out, compete his senior year. Really excited to have him. He's just a great athlete all around, whatever sport he plays, just a natural with it. He's come back the last couple of days. I've seen him practicing. It's like he's never took any time off. He's throwing it well, he's swinging it well. Excited to see what he can do. Not sure where we're going to play him yet, but infield, outfield, on the mound, wherever he goes, I know we can do great things with him.
And Coach, how's the team looking this year?
We've got those 5 seniors, so anytime you have a strong senior class, you're going to be pretty solid, I think, overall. The one thing is even though we have 5 seniors this year, we lost 6 seniors last year. So we do have some spots that need filled. We lost some really quality guys, some guys that have been a mainstay in our program the last 3-4 years. We lost our everyday center fielder, Gabe Heck. We lost our everyday outfielder, Riker Otis. We lost our super utility player, Dalton Davis. I could put him in outfield, infield, pitch, anywhere. So losing 3 guys like that, we lost Sean Wallfeld, who's now playing at Dakota Wesleyan. So anytime you lose a guy to the college level, there's going to be a gap to fill there as well. Then we lost a couple role players, Jack Stearns, Alex Ferguson. Both guys contributed to the team a lot last year, and all those guys will be greatly missed in the high school season. The great thing is after high school's done, we got Legion. All of them are league age to be able to play Legion as well. So hopefully it's not goodbye forever for those guys. Hopefully some of them come back, spend the summer with their buddies one last time. But when you lose that kind of talent, we obviously have some holes to fill. We're trying to find 3 outfielders this year. It's not very often that most of your outfielders from the year before are not on your team anymore. So we're going to try and fill those roles. We got some young guys that I'm hoping will step up and do that. Infield-wise, a lot of our infield remains intact. We got Aiden Voiles, Nolan Wallfeld. They're kind of up the middle guys. Nolan looking for a breakthrough year for him, hopefully this year. He finished last year as the Big Stick Award winner at the Junior Legion tournament, which goes to the guy with the highest batting average. So excited to see what he's done over the offseason. He's looking better on the mound. He's throwing, he's always throwing hard, but I think he's throwing a tick faster this year. And I don't want to jinx it, but it's starting to look a little bit more under control too. Which is always, the toughest thing with a hard thrower is, locating a little bit. We got, like I said, we got Evan catching. We've also got Harvey Walding, who was a freshman last year, sophomore this year as a backup catcher, and he can play in the infield as well. He was another guy that I thought was going to kind of be a role player for us last year, but all he did was hit. And Evan went down for a couple weeks with a little tweak injury, and Harvey's filled in for him, and he continued to hit there, and he ended up, setting our single-season batting record for the high school season. Granted, we only did 1 year, but he was over 500, so that's going to be tough to beat. Excited to see what he can do this year as a sophomore. But just all around, we got a lot of guys that are coming back with experience, but we do have some holes to fill. Pitching, we had about 120 innings of high school baseball innings last year, and only 40 of those returned. So we've got a lot of innings that need filled. We got some guys that have been working this, February, March to try and work on their command, their location, their velocity a little bit. So we're going to have to call on some guys to step up. And if there's one thing I know about this bunch, that's exactly what they're going to want to do. I know there's some guys that are itching to get into that first game, get on the field, and get things going and show what they can do.
Like you said, you start with the high school schedule. Who you be playing?
Weather-wise, we're going to try and start the year off against Lennox. They want to come out west. We got a little less snow than them. I know we might not think that over this way, but if everything stays dry this next week, I'm thinking we could be able to get out on the field and take those guys on. Then after that, we're going to do a midweek battle against Rapid City Stevens and Rapid City Central. Really like to start at the beginning of the year off with a couple of strong A teams, kind of get our guys in that competitive spirit before we start heading into our B schedule. And our region this year is going to be pretty tough. Last summer in the Senior Legion tournament, winner made it as the champion out of the West River region. Platte Geddes, who's in our high school region but wasn't in our Legion region, won their region in the Legion season. And then Gregory made it as the host team. And winner finished second, Gregory finished third, and Platte had a strong showing as well. So all 3 of those teams I think are going to be really tough this year. Historically, all 3 of them are really tough, really well coached, great athletes out in that area. But it doesn't stop there. Chamberlain had 4 guys all region last year. All of them are going to be back. St. Tommy Moore, historically one of the best programs in high school baseball. They had a young team last year. They're going to have a lot of returners. They're going to be tough. Rapid City Christian was a first-year program like us, and they improved tremendously. That was a team that, we had a couple chances against them, didn't make it happen. So I know our guys are going to be hungry for that, but they had a young team as well, and they're going to be coming out, confident, ready to play us, and we'll see how that one goes. And then, Lead Deadwood, Hot Springs, both teams were very young last year, returning a lot, and there's no replacement for experience, and they're going to be much improved, and they're not going to be any easy games on our schedule by any means. But I'm confident with this team. This is a very veteran group, and the young guys have really kind of already stepped up a lot this winter in their commitment to filling those roles that were left. And I'm just excited to see what these guys do once we get them on the field, and hoping for a really fun and exciting high school season this year.
All right, Coach. Looking forward to seeing a lot of good baseball this summer.
Me too. Hope the sun stays out. I hope it warms up a little bit, dries out, and before you know it, we'll be complaining about the heat a little bit. But I tell you, after last year playing the high school season for the first year, I don't think I'm ever going to complain about any hot days with some of those frigid ones that you get, those night games early in the season. But yeah, we're excited. Be here all want you guys to stop by as much as you can, and hopefully everyone will check us out on Facebook. We're going to try and do as many updates and posts as we can to let the community know what's going on when we have games, and excited to see the fan support last year was awesome, and I can't wait to get the town of Belle Fourche out here to support us again this spring.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for coming up today.
Bronx on 3, 2, 3,